Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America and Abandon Ship. The Democrats are jumping overboard. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you are not watching us on YouTube, check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. When you get there, hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. Democrats are terrified. They are terrified at the prospect. The Senate is in great danger for the Democrats, and they're terrified at the prospect of being sunk by the iceberg that is Harrison Walz. See, Harrison Walz or Trump or whoever, if you're on the top of the ticket, and I should have mentioned J.D. Vance, they're supposed to actually bring you up. They're supposed to help you rise so they can get Democrat Senate and Democrat House and Democrat presidency and get their things passed. Or in the case of Trump, a Republican Senate, a Republican House, and a Republican presidency. Well, one's looking a whole lot more likely than the other these days. Again, there's about 11 days to the election. No, maybe a little more. And so, yeah, it's starting to get serious now. And to that end, Harris's campaign has been floundering. The polls are showing really a disaster for her. And the Senate is so important, no matter who wins the presidency, because the Senate decides things like, who's going to sit on the Supreme Court. These are big, huge things. The Senate's the most important body. The House is great, and it's great to have both, but if you can only have one, take the Senate. So this is huge, and Democrats are seeing the writing, and they're getting afraid, and they are trying to distance themselves from Kamala Harris. I want you to watch this video analyzing it, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
So in a state like Pennsylvania, where Trump seems to be edging out Kamala Harris, I don't know if you want to call it easily, but he seems to have the lead there. A guy like Bob Casey figures it's not going to hurt him to tie himself to Donald Trump?
Well, if he's looking at internal polls that show that Donald Trump is starting to get a healthy lead in that state and Kamala Harris is starting to fall behind, yeah, he is going to put himself first and forget about Kamala Harris. Think back to June and July, right after the first presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, when a lot of Senate Democrat incumbents, Sherrod Brown being one, Jon Tester in Montana being another, started to distance themselves from Joe Biden. They did not want him to weigh down their chances at re-election. What happened? Joe Biden ended up dropping out of that race. Here we are now, a fortnight and a couple days away from Election Day, and vulnerable Senate Democrats are starting to do the same with Kamala Harris. What does that portend for her campaign? Nothing good.